All right, let's set the stage for this one. Today in Portland, a heated accusation shakes the city's police oversight system. I'm Garrett.
And I'm Leah. Welcome to Laid Back Local, the news of the day with Leah and Garrett in Portland, Oregon. First up, Portland Police Union accuses city councilor of meddling in oversight board.
Let's dive right in. The Portland Police Association, or PPA, the officers' labor union, says City Councilor Samir Kanal interfered with the Community Board for Police Accountability, the CBPA. Quick definition: the CBPA is the Civilian Oversight Board approved by voters in 2020 to independently review police conduct, meaning it operates outside police control. According to a memo sent March 19th by PPA President Aaron Schmaltz, Kanal attended a CBPA meeting on March 11th and offered what's described as logistical support, scheduling help and process tips, basically the mechanics of how a meeting runs. The union argues that even that kind of involvement could tilt the process. The city is evaluating the complaint now and hasn't reached an outcome. Big picture, this is part of a long-running tension over the new oversight system. The PPA has pushed back since the start, including trying to weaken it via a ballot initiative, which is a public vote to change rules or laws directly.
Honestly, that's concerning. An oversight board only builds public trust if it's truly neutral and seen as neutral. If people think there's even a hint of bias, that undercuts confidence in the whole process. This also matters for labor negotiations. If the union feels the system isn't fair or the city feels pressure to change it, that could affect how future contracts and accountability measures get hammered out. Real talk, why would offering logistical support cross a line here?
Great question. The union's angle is that any councilor input, however small, risks shaping how the board functions before it finds its footing. Since the CBPA is supposed to be independent, the standard is extra strict. To be clear, Kanal was invited for his expertise and was elected in 2024. But the debate is about the extent and nature of involvement during these early days. That's what the city's review will have to sort out.
Okay, let's move on. Portland faces heated budget debates over public safety and climate funds. Here's something to get us started. City Council is working through a $160 million budget gap for the upcoming fiscal year. Hearings kicked off May 18th, and by May 19th, things got contentious over whether to redirect money from the new Police Oversight Board and from the Portland Clean Energy Fund, or PCEF. Quick definition: PCEF is a dedicated pot of money for climate resilience and climate justice projects, meaning programs that help neighborhoods cut emissions and adapt to extreme weather in a fair, community-focused way. Proposals include preserving union jobs, cutting some management positions, and shifting dollars from PCEF and the Oversight Board into public safety and other pressing needs. Councilors are split on items like urban forestry, which is the city's tree and canopy program, security services, and community health work. The big debate is whether shifting those climate and accountability funds now will really make the city safer or just create bigger problems down the road.
Yeah, that's a curveball. Balancing public safety with environmental and community commitments is tough. Reallocating money can plug a hole today, but risk underfunding climate projects that reduce long-term costs and risks. At the same time, people want faster response times and stability right now. I'm all about the perspective where both near-term safety and long-term resilience share the stage. The challenge is sequencing. What do you fund first without breaking the things that keep you strong later, like urban forestry or community health initiatives that actually prevent crises? Next up, Portland's tennis future. USTA's private takeover proposal stirs debate. Let me paint the picture for you. The U.S. Tennis Association, a nationwide nonprofit that runs tennis programs and manages facilities in places like Tacoma and Vancouver, Washington, has proposed taking over Portland's public tennis operations for 30 years, including the Portland Tennis Center in Inner Northeast. The PTC has 12 courts with an inflatable dome that turns outdoor courts into indoor space during the wet months. USTA says it would invest $3 million citywide, about $2.3 million of that at PTC for upgrades. The city's budget even anticipates savings from the partnership, but it still needs council approval, and the actual savings aren't nailed down yet. Community reaction is mixed. Some folks expect better facilities from private investment, others worry a long contract could tighten access or raise prices at what's been an affordable public space. There could be job impacts too if management shifts. For context, Councillor Dan Ryan voiced strong support back in December 2025, pointing to USTA's success in Vancouver. But here's the catch. The PTC may need up to $10 million in capital improvements over time, which is well beyond the USTA's current offer. And there's already a petition opposing the takeover with nearly 600 signatures. That's something to chew on, huh?
I totally get the appeal if it means adaptive programming, specialized instruction and equipment so people with different abilities can play. That's close to the heart of it for a public facility. But equity matters. If prices climb or court time gets tight, we risk losing the community feel. Why a 30-year term, though? That's a long runway.
Long contracts help a manager justify big capital upgrades. They need time to recoup the investment. The flip side is you lock in a model for decades, so oversight and performance benchmarks have to be rock solid up front.
All right, on to the next. New transit initiative aims to boost Portland's green commute. Here's where we go next. Efforts to enhance public transportation typically focus on more frequent service, better reliability, and safer connections for walking and biking to stops. The goal is to cut carbon emissions, the pollution from burning fossil fuels that warms the planet, and to make everyday commutes smoother. While specific details on any new steps haven't been finalized, the expected impact of improvements like bus priority lanes or faster transfers is fewer car trips, less congestion downtown, and more predictable travel times across busy corridors.
I'm down for that. Sustainable urban planning, designing the city to work with the environment, not against it, pays dividends. Reliable transit cuts traffic, lowers noise, and improves air quality. And it can save households serious cash when a second car becomes optional. That's a solid point for both climate and wallets. Last up, Portland's art scene thrives amid economic challenges. Artists and venues around the city keep adapting. Think pop-up gallery shows, shared studio open houses, collaborations with cafes and bookstores, and sliding-scale tickets, which means you pay what you can. Community theaters, performance collectives, and neighborhood galleries are finding leaner ways to put work on stage and on the walls. It's creativity meeting the moment, even as budgets tighten.
That one gave me chills. It's the heartbeat of it. Art doesn't just decorate a city, it connects people, drives foot traffic to local businesses, and gives us shared stories when times are tough. What a twist that constraint can spark even more imagination. Truly.
Thanks for tuning into Laid Back Local, the news of the day with Leah and Garrett, here in Portland, Oregon. Have a great day and join us again tomorrow.